Guys, I'm back, and I have something that I wanted to look at for a few days, and I'm excited it just got here. I've had it ordered for a little bit, but it was back ordered actually. So obviously, because most of you can read, it's the Finhawk by Cold Steel. And the thing that attracted me to this was that I looked at it, I saw it online, I was looking for some other stuff, and I said, oh my god, Cold Steel made a Mora. So I had to get it. I had to get it because I said we have to look at this, number one, and then we have to compare it to a real life Mora, because as we all know, and I know now, and you know, I won't let myself forget, and people won't let me forget, I once upon a time didn't know how amazing Moras were, and I was an idiot about it. So we can start, because Cold Steel is nice enough to put the specs right there, which is awesome. So you note the steel, which is different from what Mora gives us. Okay. But let's see. Hi, Tato. I see you over there. You guys, Tato is sponsored now. You're gonna hear more about that later. So it's a simple knife design, just like Mora's. Look, it's even got the little button clasp there, like Mora knives do. And yes, it can be used to daisy chain Moras and daisy chain knives together, but what it's really used for, if you're familiar with the whole Mora philosophy, it's to hook onto the button of, you know, a pair of work pants or overalls or something, so your knife is readily available. You can also connect knives together with them. So the knife itself, wow, it's in there pretty good. And you know why it's in there pretty good? Because you have a very, very tough rubber over molded handle there. But look at that blade. It's a Cold Steel Mora. It looks exactly like one. You've got, like, again, different steel. It's made in Taiwan. It's not made in Scandinavia. But it's I mean, as soon as I saw it, I said we got to check that out. Now, I don't have any cutting money with me out here. I didn't think to bring any, but we will test the blade in other ways. So it looks like it is, I don't know if that's a lacquer coated blade or it's just nice and shiny. Either way, that's pretty good looking. It's not exactly a flat 90 degree edge spine, but I think we probably could spark with it, and we'll try that in a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what Mora we would compare it to. I brought a few out here with me. Now, this is not a full tang knife either. Just like most Moras are actually not full tang knives. I think the knife that I would probably most compare it to is a Mora 511, a basic. Let's see. All right, now this guy right here, this is actually the 546 basic. This is in stainless, so you can see slightly smaller blade there. This one is, what do we have here? Is this is the robust. So this guy is actually pretty close. And then this one right here is the, well, this is a stainless steel, this is a carbon steel robust. So I'm just picking these because blade shapes are very similar. You know, we'll probably go with the stainless because we'll go with stainless to stainless. As you know, just in terms of comparison. Now, I have to say, the all-around rubber texture on this is really nice. Mora gives you a rubber overmold, but only on kind of the tops and bottoms of the handle. This is very grippy. This is very, very grippy, you know? Whether you're in a wet environment, gloves, bare hand, this is not going anywhere in your hand. So I really like the way this feels. Plus, it's a nice big handle, you know? But then again, I mean, Mora's not small or anything like that. Blade size is, I mean, you get what, an extra fraction of an inch, quarter of an inch, with maybe half with a Cold Steel. So not really comparing, you know, blade size there. But other than that, you can see same shape, same width of the blade roughly, pretty much same blade grind. It's had a little bit more width. Something's telling me I had this in the wrong scabbard, the wrong sheath, because this is not the width of a robust. This is the width of a robust, and you can see they are very similar. So this is just a basic, but still very good knives for what you're dealing with and comparing. you know what we'll do? We'll do the old 550 cord, you know, to check out the edge out of the box. And that was the slice test, and look how clean and even that is, and it took no effort whatsoever. Let's do the pull through. Yeah, it pulls through like, I mean, no effort whatsoever. You can push it right through the cord. So out of the box, this thing is, wow. It kind of almost doesn't feel it when you just touch the edge, but razor sharp. Now this guy's been used a bit, so yeah, I can't even compare right now. You can see this thing has been used, probably needs to be sharpened, but wow, the fin hook comes out of the box ready to slice. This is very easy to get deep into the wood. I mean, it just wants to go right in there. So you actually have to, if you want to skin this bark off, you can make some nice, very nice shavings very easily. It actually is harder to cut shallow than it is, because I mean, if you just let it, like again, this thing, it'll go straight into that wood. So if we were just trying to make some light tinder or even kindling to start a fire with, I mean, no problem at all. And even after we get past that outer layer and into the harder wood to process, very, very nice. Just no assistance on there at all, and we're going right through this stuff. And again, it's, you know, it wants to cut deep in there. So blade grind, blade finishing out of the package, very nice. Not that I would try to chop just with this, but if this is all you had, and you needed to notch to make traps or build yourself, you know, shelters and stuff, it'll do it. Let's, I'm looking for another piece that I can use to baton that's not too big. If we wanted to use it for splitting and such. It is a little bit small of a blade for this kind of task, but you know, you just have to kind of reposition as you work. And this is kind of a wide piece of wood to use with it, but as we're going, I mean, it's splitting this, whoop, hit the camera, it's splitting this wood for us right there and getting it going. Like I said, it's a short sort of blade for doing this kind of work on this wide a piece of wood. Very nicely done though. Very nice tip for all sorts of fine work, and you really can get good control just over that tip if you wanted to. Not bad. Let's see how that edge does with some sparking. Over here. It's not exactly a nice rough 90-degree spine, but there you go. If you get the angle just right, and you got to find that angle. See, the some of the Moras are designed with that 90-degree edge intentionally for the sparking. Let me show you one. Like here on the spark of the Light My Fire, I don't know if you can see, it's got a very hard 90-degree edge, which is designed specifically for use in sparking. This doesn't have that. You gotta really lay into the rod. And if you do that, you can get some sparks. But if you look at the difference between a hard 90-degree edge, you don't even have, you know, you just run it across the rod there and you get the sparks. So not great for that. Now you could fix that on your own. If you wanted to, you could just take a sanding block and run it along there, and that would probably give you that harder sharper 90-degree edge. You know, I really wasn't sure what I was going to think of this knife when I first saw it. $15.99, free Prime shipping on Amazon is exactly what I paid for it. And that's in line with a lot of the prices of Moras. You can pick up some Moras for $9. And that's one of the things that makes Moras great. They are affordably in the price range of most folks, and they're good rugged knives. Now again, this is just an overview and a brief test. We're not out there, you know, doing any kind of hard use, rough stuff with this. We're just taking a look at it out of the box because I was really excited that it showed up. Actually, what I want to do, now that we just did a little bit of wood processing and stuff, let's still beautifully clean cuts. Let's do a pull through. Still pulls through perfectly. You know, but this is just a little quick, like, mini review. Look at it right out of the package. I think for the price, it's pretty good. You know, one of the things I really like about it is this handle. It gives great grip. It's very comfortable. It's ergonomic, and it's designed to. It's got that little swell there to stay in your hand, which is cool. I forgot to look at the sheath. It kind of snaps in, but again, because of that rubber, it holds in really nice. And I saw this on a video. Okay, I didn't discover this or anything, but it actually can daisy chain with your Moras. Why would you want to do this? I think this is more of a hunter's feature, so that you can use one for your, you know, your general game processing, and then you still have a nice razor sharp knife to do all of your fine work like skinning and stuff like that. Or maybe you just want to have two knives. I don't know. But again, that's not exactly what this was intended for. It's a use for it. You can find a lot of stuff online that shows exactly why Mora put this in there. I probably will get around eventually doing more of a heavy, hard use kind of test on this thing to really beat on it and see if it's as survivable as we consider Moras to be. But my first impressions are it's a pretty good blade. I'm not sure how you would stack up this German type steel to Sandvik stainless steel like Mora uses, but it's a decent steel. It's not anywhere near top of the line stuff, but then again, neither is Sandvik. It's an affordably priced, middle of the road stainless steel that's easy to maintain, has decent corrosion resistance, and I mean, I have to assume, just like Moras, they're not intended to last you forever. They're intended to be good, usable blades that you don't feel too bad about having to replace if anything happens, you know? But in the meantime, they serve you really well for a variety of purposes. And that's kind of what it's all about. There are other knives in the Fin series, by the way. A fixed blade, a folder, that are priced all over the place. There's a Fin Bear, there's the Fin Hawk, and the Fin something else. I don't know, but this is, I would recommend checking it out. It never hurts to have another decent quality fixed blade, you know, for the car, for the truck, for the boat, for the bug out bag, for camping or whatever. Not bad, not bad. So curious to see what you guys think of it, or especially to hear from folks that have carried this out and about in the woods on an adventure, stuff like that. Big shout out to the Patreon team, who of course makes all this kind of fun stuff possible when I get a wild hair up my ass to check something out. Very often they are the ones that make it possible for me to pick stuff up like this to show it to all you guys, so thank you. Always happy when we get new members of the Patreon team. They get some benefits. We're about to do another Patreon only kind of giveaway with some cool stuff that goes on for them. But anyway, thank you, team. And to the rest of you, of course, I appreciate all of you guys just for making this channel what it is, watching the videos, sharing your thoughts. Remember, you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will be back again real soon.